Hello, it's been a little while since I've recorded anything like to the camera that isn't like chatting shit. So I'm gonna do my best, but I feel a bit awkward. If you haven't been to my channel before, I am Molly, welcome. I am a full-time streamer and artist, and I guess content creator as well. I'm currently in the process of waiting for a visa to move to New York City to be with my partner who lives over there. I mostly make vlogs about my life. I make monthly vlogs or just stuff that interests me. I sort of fell off the YouTube bandwagon last year, and this is my year of making new content for it. So that's the kind of stuff that I make and plan to make. So if you like it, feel free to stick around. Now onto the actual video. I have been vegan currently for 4 years, since like March, April of 2016, when I was just finishing uni. I just decided to go vegan. And I obviously spend a lot of time in New York. As I said, my partner lives out there, so I spend a lot of time there. And they have some good freaking food for vegans in comparison to where I live in the UK. So I sort of just wanted to make a compilation video of my favourites from there. When I visit, I do tend to visit a lot of the same places just because I like them so much. I'm going to talk about 3 places, one of which was new, and 2 of which I visit every time I go to New York. So the first is Champs, which is in Brooklyn. I've only visited Brooklyn a couple of times, and I've stayed there once during a visit to New York. It's okay. It's not my favourite place. I would visit it if I needed to, like if there was an art gallery or something there, I'd go to it, but I can't say that it's my favourite place in, like, of New York and the New York surrounding boroughs kind of thing. It's a little bit awkward to tell it's there. There's no obvious sign that it's Champs. It just sort of, you just have to look, especially in the winter. They have like the outside cover on it, and the sign is like on the window inside that, but there's no outside sign. So you sort of have to look for it. We took the subway there. We were staying in Manhattan at the time, so we just took the subway into Brooklyn and then walked from there. There was a little bit of a wait time because there's not many tables, but it was definitely worth it. I think we only waited like 15 minutes, which is probably average for most New York restaurants, especially because I think we went on a weekend, so it was going to be busy anyway, and we knew that. To start, I had the tater, I don't know if I'm going to butcher this pronunciation, the tater tachos. It's basically nachos, but instead of the crisps of the nachos, it's tater tots, which works fine for me because my entire diet is made up of potato. So that was great. Then I had the breakfast lamb with a tea and a side biscuit thing, and everything there is vegan. Nothing is veggie, could possibly have dairy in it. It is all vegan. So that was amazing. Breakfast lamb, I think, was made up of like bacon, I had toast, hash browns, and I can't remember what else it was. I just know it was good. The bacon was not a great fan of, but everything else was freaking amazing. It's a very cute place. It's quite small inside, so I couldn't get much footage because the tables are so close together, and I just would have been elbowing the people next to me, which I don't think would have made them enjoy their meal. But they had cute little like embroidery on the walls and like pictures, and the bathroom was all graffitied and stuff, which was really cute. It just felt quite like homely, but also quite individual and quirky in a way. I don't know if that's the best word for it, but that's how I describe it. I would happily eat there like every Sunday brunch if New York wasn't so expensive. The next place is not actually a veggie or vegan restaurant. They just have the most amazing veggie option, which is Hinomaru, which is in Queens. Queens is my favourite part of the New York boroughs, so I go there quite a lot. On the last trip, I was there 2 weeks, and I think I went 4 times, so they knew my order by the time I was leaving. They just would come and be like, okay, this is what you want, and I'd be like, yes, thank you very much. They have 2 veggie/vegan options, but they are so good that it's fine. And you also have they have like an optional side bit where you can add stuff to your ramen. So I usually add another bowl of extra noodles, and I also add tofu, which you get 3 pieces and they're about that big, so is fine by me. There's the veggie option and I believe the super veggie. I just get the veggie option, which comes with loads of veg like carrots, sweet corn, cabbage, bean sprouts, I believe. On weekends and weekday evenings it usually gets pretty busy. I think I've only been during the day and not had to wait for a table, but out of an evening and of a weekend I've always had to wait. But it's only like 10 minutes, and again, that's usual for when you go to a New York restaurant. But it's very cozy, all of the staff are like really welcoming. We've had the same waitress like nearly every time we go, so she just knows us now and she knows our faces. And they're just all really nice and lovely in there. And we do not have that many great ramen spots outside of London in the UK, so I could probably eat it every day. And I don't think I'd ever get tired of it. There's just something so comforting about ramen that I miss so much when I'm home and I can't get it here. So would recommend. It is just if you're ever in New York or near Queens, please go to Hinomaru. It is fucking amazing. And the last one is Red Bamboo, which is in Manhattan itself. It is a vegan comfort food restaurant. It was actually the first vegan place I ever went to in New York, and it's in the lower half of Manhattan. It's right next to Washington Square. And although it's vegan comfort food, they've got stuff like spring rolls, they have soups. So it's a bit of a mix. It's a bit of a mix, and they do desserts. They don't serve alcohol there. They used to. I don't know why they don't anymore, but they no longer serve alcohol. I had the popcorn chicken to start this trip, and then for main I had the southern fried chicken platter thing with tater tots, because potato. The southern fried chicken, I always forget how big it is. I get it nearly every time, and I always just expect it to be like half the size that it actually is. You end up getting like 4 or 5 pieces of chicken. It's a lot. It's enough to share. You could probably just get that split between 2 of you. As I mentioned before, it's right next to Washington Square. It's a 5-minute walk down the block, so we usually have dinner and then we'll go there afterwards and get some drinks or just sit in the park and chill. And it's really nice. It's in a really nice area. I didn't realize until I was just recording this that I realized I've covered 3 different boroughs of New York, so apologies about them being so spread out, but they're really they're good. It's good food. I hope if you're ever visiting New York you get to check at least one of them out, because honestly, like, the food in New York is freaking incredible, and so finding even better places to eat is just like A+. I love New York food. I'm hoping that when I move there, I can maybe vary a little bit and maybe try some other places and not just go to the same ones. And I want to be able to make another video of these, expanding it a little bit more, trying like more of like the famous vegan places in New York. Just maybe expand my repertoire of restaurants. Thank you so much for watching. I know this was just like kind of short and sweet, but I just wanted to show you my favorite places to eat in New York. So yeah, thank you for watching and thank you for giving me your time. I upload more or less every Tuesday, so if you like this kind of stuff or like my content, feel free to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It's really wonderful of you. I'm really trying to put like a bunch of effort and speed behind YouTube this year, make loads of original stuff for it. Feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you fancy. The links are below. And also come hang out on Twitch. I stream basically every day. I stream Wednesday through Sunday, so 5 days a week, 6 times a week. So please feel free to come hang out. We basically just chat shit and play games. So we have a really nice community over there. And if not, just feel free to just hang out here. And you know, Twitch and YouTube are very separate platforms at the moment, but I kind of want to make them a nice mix. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Look after yourself, be kind to yourself, and I will see you next Tuesday. Goodbye.